between 2014 to 2020. In 6 years flat after the formation of new state of Telangana, all these guys have come in creating thousands of jobs. But the downside is now NTT data and all the small IT companies, which possibly don't have the same brand leverage, brand image as that of Amazon or Google, etc., have to compete. Have to compete with the likes of Amazon, Google to retain your employees. The employees you worked hard to train, the employees you've invested tons of money in training, you're losing to Google and Amazon. So this was the question Sanjeev was asking me. He said, I'm glad Amazon is here. I'm glad Google is here. I'm glad all these big companies are here, which have created a brilliant ecosystem. They come in with their suppliers, they come in with their partners, vendors, etc. But how do I compete with them? Each of them is paying huge money. And of course, there is the lure of working for a big brand. How do I compete? So then we had a heart-to-heart conversation. I asked Sanjeev, I said, why do you have to do all your business in Hyderabad? Because, I come from, I'm a guy who was, born in Karimnagar but raised in Hyderabad for a large part of my life. But I do know that when I moved from Karimnagar, which is where I actually was educated till 3rd and 4th grade, when I moved to Hyderabad, I had a bit of about a 6-month window to adjust, to actually kind of sort of upgrade myself, to talk the lingo of the boys and girls in my school in Hyderabad. Likewise, I know that when a young student, engineering student or otherwise a graduate student moves from a tier 2 town to a tier 1 town, I know that they have more to prove to themselves and to the rest of the world. So there's more fire in the belly. There's more aggression. There's more passion to do what they would like to do. So I convinced Sanjeev, because Sanjeev is also from a tier 2 town. He's from Adilabad. Adilabad is almost about 300 kilometers from Hyderabad. It's to one corner of Telangana. It's closer to Nagpur than it is to Hyderabad. So I asked Sanjeev, I said, why don't you do something in your own hometown? There are enough and more graduates in Adilabad. Why don't you set up NTT data in Adilabad? He was very hesitant. He said, no, I think the students would rather move to Hyderabad or Bangalore or Pune. I don't think they would be in Adilabad. I said, why don't you try? He said, okay, let me try. And he started with 50 people. He started a small center with 50 people. And 3 years later today, I'm happy to share with you, in Adilabad, NTT has grown, NTT subsidiary has grown to 500 people and it's still thriving. The point, ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to make to you, a huge opportunity awaits you in India and tier 2 towns of India. Please consider it, because Amazons and Googles of the world are not going there. It is you guys who can go there. It is you guys who can actually create a brand there. I have another brilliant story to narrate to you, and that gentleman is sitting right here. Vamshi, I think you just should say hello to everybody. Please get up. This is Vamshi Reddy. Of course, he did not get the dress code memo today, so obviously he's not wearing a jacket like most of you. Now, Vamshi is an entrepreneur. He has several IT companies, technology companies, but the one company that I associate with him is Quadrant Resources. Now, Quadrant is a company, again, headquartered in Seattle here. When Quadrant, because Vamshi hails from Warangal, so again, I gave him the same nationalistic, hyper-local pitch to him one day, and Vamshi fell for it. So he built, I said in a good way, fell for it in a good way. So he built a campus in Warangal, in about 2 acres of campus, and you will not believe this when I say it. That campus is possibly as good as the one he owns in Seattle in the US, United States of America. In 2 acres, he's truly built a world-class campus, and I have inaugurated it myself. And I have to tell you,